Hello Internet, it is me, the Gamer Musician. Now, before anything else, if you somehow missed yesterday's new Breath of the Wild trailer from the Game Awards, then hurry up and watch it. You're missing out on a lot. It's probably my favorite trailer of the trailers we've seen so far from this game, despite its length literally being under a minute and a half. Anyway though, I really wanted to make a theory talking about the woman we see in the trailer. To start off, I completely agree with HMK's theory about the game using a time travel mechanic to swap between 100 years ago and the present. I'll put a link to that video in the description. So I just have a couple of interesting things I want to point out about that trailer. Well, mostly it's going to be talking about the woman we see a few times in the trailer, but hey. I've mainly seen two big common theories about who she is on the internet, so I'm going to outline the two of them now and tell you which one I agree with. Firstly, I see a lot of people going on about how this woman could be a female form of Link, or possibly a new Linkle. The majority of this theory came out from the initial hype seeing a woman in a similar style of clothing to Link, with that blue shirt and the knapsack. If this theory is true, then that item which she's holding could be some form of Linkle's compass. Personally, I think this theory is unlikely, and frankly, putting Linkle or a female Link into the game is kind of redundant. Aonuma already said that the only playable character is the male Link, so putting a female Link in as an NPC would probably just annoy the SJWs even more. The overwhelming theory in this case is that this woman is Zelda. If this is Zelda, a lot of the elements in the trailer and gameplay we've seen so far make sense. The whole blue clothing motif can be easily explained, as if Zelda herself wears mainly blue, then the color could be a color associated with royalty, or the royal family, in a similar sense to purple in the real world. This blue means royalty motif might even explain the blue around the Sheikah artifacts, as the Sheikah are guardians and servants of the goddess Hylia, and in turn the royal family. The scene of Link kneeling down, swearing fealty, is understandable if that woman is Zelda too. The fist is something held in anger at the devastation being caused by the calamity. If this woman is Zelda, then unlike the far-reaching compass idea I mentioned earlier, then the item she's holding in the first scene is more likely a Sheikah slate. This could be the way that Zelda is able to communicate with Link in the gameplay we've seen. And while we don't know how common these slates are, I feel that it's safe to assume that they're probably something fairly uncommon, and held by the Sheikah, the royal family, or their chosen heroes. And I have one other piece of evidence that I haven't really seen anyone talk about too much, and I think that it can really add to the possibility that this woman is Zelda. And this piece of evidence is this short clip here. While this clip isn't exactly the same, it is similar to a scene that we see near the end of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I need to mention 3D because it wasn't in the original N64 version. But that's right, I'm bringing up the scene where Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf meet at the top of Ganon's castle. Basically, Link and Zelda realize that they actually hold their respective Triforce pieces of courage and wisdom. After the Triforce pieces awaken, so to speak, Link is surrounded by sparkles. While mechanically, this just heals Link prior to the final battle, lore-wise, this could be a really interesting discovery. What if this sparkling effect is something that is triggered by the Triforce wielders being in close proximity to one another? Basically, Nintendo showing us this short clip within a number of other clips of this mysterious woman could be heavily pointing towards this. If this sparkliness means that the Triforce wielders are nearby, then perhaps this shot is taken around Zelda and Ganondorf. It also appears to be taken in the ruined castle town, right near where Calamity Ganon is too. Plus, from a film editing standpoint, as someone who's just finished a film class as part of my music degree, the order of shots could be symbolic too. If you see the shot order, we see Zelda, Ganon, the destruction caused by Ganon, Link in this sparkly animation, and then Link and Zelda standing together. I just think that if this woman is Zelda, cutting back and forth between the Triforce wielders or their impacts would make a lot of sense. Either way though, that's all I have for you guys today. It's a fairly short theory, I know, but I just thought it would be good to try and mention everything I could think of in relation to this topic. Hopefully you all liked the video, so yeah, if you did, leave a comment telling me if you agree or disagree. And I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a like or a share on any and all social medias. Of course, don't forget to also come and subscribe to me for some more video game music themed videos from The Gamer Musician.